How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Pete's Carport. In front of me is a 1994 Mercedes S500 W140 chassis, and I got this car for free. So if you guys saw the last video that I made on this car, a subscriber had reached out to me and said he wanted to donate a car to the channel, and then he said it's a Mercedes S500. I kind of wasn't sure about it because who's going to give a free W140 away? And then he kind of filled me in and said he had the car for a while. It had some electrical issues and he didn't want the car to just sit and rot. And he was really looking for a clean S500, very similar to what he has here, but one that he could just jump into and enjoy because he's been so busy with work. He doesn't have time to look into this. So I told him, yes, I'll come out, take a look at it. I wasn't sure what the condition was going to be because sometimes you'll get a car and it might just be completely rotted out. And to my surprise, the car started right up. It drove home beautifully. And I said, we've got to save this car because I wasn't sure. Well, maybe I was going to use it for parts. I didn't know what we were going to do with it, but I said, I want to go check it out because I love trying to save vehicles. And this one's so close to being back on the road. Main thing that he pointed out to me was he was trying to work on the comfort control module, which is in the trunk, because none of the accessories were working. And that is exactly what you want to look for, is that comfort control module. So I actually had a spare and I got excited and it was about to rain. I jumped in the trunk and wanted to swap it out, and I accidentally pulled the part where you don't pull, where the wires pull out. And I was wondering, how did that thing pull out so easily? Well, when he was messing around with it, he unfortunately did the same thing. And now we're starting to think that it's possible he had put some of the plugs into the wrong position. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going through it and I'm gonna plug them directly in. And what I'm doing is cutting out each wire individually because they're in a slot and lining it up. Now, the cool thing is I have a car over there that's identical to this module right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at where the wires are in that trunk and kind of match them up to this. Now, I couldn't find a wire diagram online that made any sense to me, no color coordination or anything like that. A lot of the schematics were just showing what wires went where in the car. And I wanted to just get a wire diagram of these two plugs right here, specifically that plug, obviously, because this one, we did not pull any of the wires out of, so we got that one off the correct way. So I'm gonna go back in here, I'm gonna speed through a lot of it, we're gonna try to connect these wires, I'm gonna match it up to what we have over there, and start the car up, see if any of the accessories work, because I also know there's some other things we're going to need to look at. There's a relay that we want to look at. We want to obviously go through all of the fuses in the trunk here because I know at least one of them's blown. And then there's another couple of modules that might be controlling some of the things that aren't working because I have no idea. I mean, I'm just going by what he said. So let's start here. Let's get this thing hooked up and see if we can get this car working properly. And then we're going to restore the entire thing. So I got that to talk about after we get this thing working. Well, guys, fingers crossed, everything's plugged back in. I confirmed with my other car that everything is correct in there. And you're gonna ask, why did you not just reassemble the plug? Well, I thought possibly that the other owner put the wires into the wrong spot and I wanted to cut everything out, make sure it was lined up properly. While doing that, I realized those wires can't even pull out of that little sleeve, so I probably could have gotten them back in there and reassembled that wiring clip, but I wasn't sure. So my goal was to see if this thing will work. This is our new comfort module here that I know worked. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we get some accessories. Now it's about to storm, so I'm trying to do this quickly. I went ahead and swapped out a fuse. I was gonna record that, but I've got an awesome bag of fuses I've pulled out of tons of W140s over the year, and I'm starting to get rained on. We've got some heavy clouds coming in. Let me go ahead and shut this trunk. Battery's hooked up. I went ahead and plugged in our seat here because that was unplugged. And we know the seat wasn't working according to the past owner. So let's go ahead, get this car started up. And it starts right up. And let's go ahead and hit some buttons here. Oh, the seat's moving. No freaking way. Check that out. No way. Oh, I'm so excited. Well, I gotta make sure I put everything away before it starts storming. I've got my other W140 trunk open over there and it no longer has a cover over it. So I've got to get all that tidied up. This is freaking exciting, yes! All right, let's get going, guys. So let's try to, all right, I'm gonna put everything away and we're gonna try out some other things in here. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, guys, I gotta be quick because that rain is really coming in quickly, but I've got my W140 S500 all closed up and I was going through the new one and found another comfort control module in the trunk. Then I remembered he told me he attempted to swap it out with no luck. And that just seemed odd to me that this would be the third one now. And so I went ahead and quickly tested the other seat and it did not work. So I started thinking, damn it, maybe it wasn't the comfort control module, or maybe it was partially that. So I decided, let me jump up in here and check out the fuse box, because maybe there's a blown fuse up here. And sure enough, look at the corrosion, guys. First fuse I pulled out, first off, did not come out easily. Check this out. It was corroded in there. So I swapped that one out because I've got a bag of fuses. In fact, I got multiple bags of fuses. Popped it in, and the other seat now works. That was this fuse up in here. So there's 2 fuses apparently that control the right side and 2 that control the left side. So I went ahead and swapped one out, and now we've got the passenger seat working. Check that out. So that's amazing. Now, none of the windows are working and none of the center buttons, the mirrors and all that stuff aren't working currently. But what I've got to do is obviously get this thing out of here, or try to do it in here, get all these fuses out, clean this whole thing down with some electrical cleaner, and then replace all the fuses. There's a great chance this is the entire problem right here. It looks like moisture got in here, caused a bunch of corrosion. I mean, look how bad that is, guys. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna have to kind of clean up everything for the day because that rain's about to come in real hard. I'm gonna be back. You guys are gonna see on this episode, we're gonna go ahead and clean that all down and see if we can get all of these accessories to start working. I am so excited. I'll be back, guys. Okay, guys, so what we're gonna go ahead and do now is remove this back section here so we can access our relays. We're gonna pull out every fuse. I already went ahead and notated what fuses go where. We also have our diagram, and of course, we can look online as an extra backup if needed. I'm gonna go ahead and remove them all. I'm gonna save ones that I know are good, but most likely we're just gonna change them all out because they look like they're all corroded. Some of them are falling apart, and luckily we've got some of our accessories now working. So this is probably our main issue. Now we do have some relays we have to look at. Hopefully that relay area is dried out, not corroded, because that'll help out a lot as well. And let's get started, guys. So let's go ahead and pull this apart and start working on it. Okay, guys, so it looks like everything is back in place. I double checked with our chart here. It looks like everything's correct. I even went ahead and checked our relays. I do have backup ones just in case, but let's go ahead and check some of these electrical components, because this could be it, guys. This could be the whole reason why this car was almost scrapped. So let's go ahead and jump inside, see if we got power windows first. Then we can see if we have power mirrors, and we can go from there. I think this is gonna work, and I'm very excited about it. All right, I got the battery hooked back up. Let's go ahead and start the car. Alright, let's go ahead and hit some of our power window switches here. Oh, I definitely hear some. Oh, we got this side going down over here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, look at that. Our driver's window is definitely going up and down. Oh, that's going nicely. Alright, let's see what other windows we've got here. Oh, there we go. Oh, guys, this is incredible. I can't believe it was the fuse box. Let's hook up the mirrors. Let's check out a couple other things, but I think we got it. I really think we got it. This is great. Okay, I've got our mirror plugged in and just kind of hanging here. Let's go ahead and hit this switch. Let's see, I got it right here. Turn it to the driver's side. Is that it? Oh, there it goes. It's going in. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Folds in and out. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see. There we go. Oh, yes. It's working, guys. Yes! I think we got it, guys. All right, let me get this kind of thing. Woo! All right, guys, let me try to get some of these parts put back in. Well, guys, and at that, I think we're gonna end the video. I am beyond excited. We got an insane amount done on this video. I had no clue what we were diving into originally with this car. And like I said in the first video, I wasn't even sure if we were gonna keep this car. And I gotta give you guys some really good news. We're not only gonna keep this car, it's gonna become the new VIP build for the channel. I fell in love with it, guys. I drove it, I knew it needed the attention, and I want to give this car the attention that it deserves. And since we've already started, and we've done so much so far in such a short amount of time, let's see what we can do about completely reviving this. And with that said, this car may be moving on to the owner that gave me this car. So he is in search of a black on black car, and that's exactly what he wanted, something he can drive right away, something that he can daily or weekend drive actually. And I think my car is the perfect car for that. So I've got a lot to do to this to get it ready. I've got to put some panels back on. I was in the process of doing some things, but I want to tell you guys, I really believe it's going to go to the right person. And I told him, I want first dibs on the car if you ever plan to sell it. So this is going to be great. We've got a project build VIP car, and we've got a car going to an owner that deserves it. So I'm pretty excited about this, guys. So stay tuned. There's going to be a lot going on with this car. I've already got some things planned out. You guys stay tuned. Thanks for hanging out with me. You guys have an awesome day, a blessed week, and I'll catch you on the next video.